Welcome everyone, Beastie here. I'm back with another video, and just like you see in the title, there's been a little bit of a scandal, a little bit of win trading, a little bit of cheating in the WCS NA ladder qualifiers. So WCS EU qualifiers finished, all good, you know, top 8 are kind of like the people you would expect, and then as the WCS NA qualifiers were, you know, being done, and literally minutes after the the time has passed after midnight, the top 8 has been picked, they are the ones advancing. This Reddit thread popped out, and it's basically kind of like a guy called Route. What he did is basically had some suspicious losses against Chinese/Taiwanese players at the final hour of the race. So for those who don't know, the ladder race is a race that's been going on for a couple of days, and basically whoever is at the top of Grandmaster ladder on NA or EU, they get automatically qualified for the WCS Winter, and they don't need to play the qualifiers. So this person has been basically leaving games very quickly, but only against specific players, and if he was matched against the normal, standard NA players that were playing around that time, trying to get to the top 8, well, the guy was playing normal games and apparently beating everyone. So this guy gives a couple of examples. Jangbi gives a couple of, it's a good name. So versus Sayan says 0-second game, and it was literally the last game for the ladder challenge that actually put Sayan into the top 8 and actually qualified him for the WCS Winter. Then has games versus Nice, 1 minute 50-second cannon rush versus Yishi, not sure how you pronounce that. 2:21 versus Nice, 0:29 versus Has, looks like a legit game, versus Yishi again, 2-minute cannon rush, of course he failed and left, and then versus Nice, 17 seconds. So the person basically posted like more instigation from Blizzard, and it makes sense. So the game that he left against Sayan was at 11:58 p.m. NA server time. And basically, again, that's the game that the guy left and gave Sayan the top 8 spot. So, I mean, the obvious thing that comes to mind is if you're Sayan and you need one game to advance, you don't queue up at 11:58 because you're obviously not going to finish the match, right, in 2 minutes. So that's already suspicious enough, but, together with the other games, the guy leaving, it's obviously there's been something going on. So let's look at it a little bit more in depth. So again, there's a little bit more research by the person Jax. So he said he noticed the suspicious activity and he tried to do some research, and then he explains who the player Route actually is. I mean, that's someone that I've never heard of, but I'm pretty sure that if you guys play on NA, or if you watch NA streamers, you might have seen him on, pop up on the other streams. So Route is usually a 5.6k-ish player in NA who's playing in online cups and ladder, and he is not historically a 6.2k player, which the person that was playing at that time at the last day of the WCS NA qualifiers for the ladder challenge part, he was on 6.2k. And people have said that, he's been 5.6k for a very long time, never kind of popped off too much, and suddenly he's 6.2k. He's beating everyone that are not Chinese/Taiwanese players. And then he's suddenly, just leaving games straight up against the Chinese and Taiwanese players. So the guy says right now he's a 6'1", 27 MMR, which is unusually high for him. Again, that is, 500-600 MMR difference. To get that in a day or two, that is a lot. And it's very uncommon for anyone, especially in like Grandmaster and Top Grandmaster League. So today he says he 2-0'd Future, beat Demilov many times in Rays as well, yet lost every single game when he plays against Chinese, Taiwanese players. You can see his MMR spiked recently as well. So the next thing this person does is he checked the hotkeys, which is obviously, very smart thing to do. The next thing you should do. And, well, guess what? The hotkeys are different as well. So, at this point, it's kind of obvious that something is going on. This is not, it's not him changing hotkeys and then getting 600 MMR, and then he disconnected like 10 games in a row against Chinese players. So obviously someone was playing on his account. So he checks the hotkeys and says routes hotkeys today against future, then links the replay, and then his hotkeys from 4 days ago and from 4 months ago. So the hotkeys are completely obviously different. It is not the same person playing on his account. So someone boosted the account to 6.1, 6.2 KMMR, and then used that account to snipe other players, lower their MMR, while giving the MMR to the Chinese and Taiwanese players by leaving the games right on the beginning. So he says you can see that both the recent and the old replay have 5 control groups with heavy spam, but the replay today has 7 hotkey with light spam. This is very different hotkey usage and is reasonable evidence. And of course the hotkeys were changed. Like if the Nexus was on 4, now it's on 3 and so on. So, I mean, everyone, has been saying, this is pretty strong evidence. Obviously something was going on and people are kind of doing more and more research. Demilove, one of the players also competing, says, "Hello, Demilove here. In the past, when I played Route on NA, I would always get matched on US West server. But this time, when I played him, it was on Singapore server. So the player that was playing on his account was someone from Asia, most likely, because if it was someone from NA, especially Central or East NA, it would match against Demilove on the West server. So for those that don't know, the way that matchmaking server-wise works is if you are playing from Asia and I'm on East NA region, like I'm living there, the servers will basically place us on US West, because that's kind of like the middle ground for both and gives kind of like lowest amount of lag for both parties. So again, Demilove played a bunch of games on him, and just suddenly server that he was playing against him is on the Singapore. So a lot of just confirmation from players, something's weird, a lot of evidence, and yeah, moving into the next thing. So this player Route was on Infinity Gaming, and literally I think like 2-3 hours, maybe 4 hours, I'm not sure, after all this was released, they have tweeted, "We have become aware of the allegations made against Route, and through an internal investigation find him to be credible. Effective immediately, Route is no longer part of our organization." And I can't find it right now, but I think what they said is they've actually talked within people from the team and potentially talked with him as well and kind of confirmed it, because they instantly kicked him out of the team. So yikes. Yeah, just kind of his own team confirming, because if there was no proof whatsoever, they would not have kicked him out, because then that looks terrible for the team. So they probably have very good reasoning and evidence that it was, someone playing on his account, or he did something, or he did win trading, and yeah, he's kicked off the team. Now, the drama continues. You might think, well, that's over. Nope, there's more. So Sayan is the player that people are saying was behind the account, allegedly. I don't know this for sure. So there's more evidence popping up. Now, Icarus, again, sorry for butchering people's names. He says, "It seems a bit funny that in spite of so many people are crying out for justice for Astria, which is a US player that ended on 9th place on the ladder because Sayan overtook him in the last 2 minutes." He says he himself is also doing the same thing. Pictures from Sayan's, I think this is a chat application in China, or website, whatever, forum, I don't know. So what happens is, they're linking Astria's match history, and apparently there's one victory where he won in 147, and apparently he got cannon rush, but it didn't work, and the guy just left. So what I think Sayan is basically trying to say from his own Weibo, which again I think is like WhatsApp or something. So what Sayan is saying is right here, and then the translation, "Oh so thrilling part, Puck is intentionally throwing game in the last 10 minutes, for he has no chance to qualify, and cannon rushed Astria for 3 games and make Yishi become 9th in the last. But thank God they passed the deadline and Blizzard discovered this. Anyway, battling on NA server with 200 ping does not end up in vain. Yishi and I qualified for WCS America." So basically what Sayan is saying is, that Astria and Puck also did it, because Puck cannon rushed him 3 times in a row after realizing that Puck will not make it, so he tried to help Astria. Again, these are just, or Astria. These are just allegations now from Sayan towards NA players. But he doesn't seem to be kind of, you know, saying anything about what people are saying about what he did. He's just saying like, oh, well, other people did it. Which again, kind of, you know, seems that he's accepting as like, yeah, but, you know, other people did it as well. So, next thing, there's more screenshots, and this is apparently someone wrote one of the chats from Sayan's, like Sayan's fan group on, again, Chinese WhatsApp. I'm not sure what the app is exactly for, but I guess it's some kind of chatting, and you can see they're discussing here. There's the name route pops up, there's some QQ, there's some partying, and blah, blah, blah. So, the translation, F, or fudge. I'm so sleepy but can't fall asleep. I felt nervous. Ladder race is so thrilling. You can't fall asleep. If you can't fall asleep, play on Korea server, play for fun. Wait, I have a good idea. How about to absorb their MMR? Log in and a standby account. Ha 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 ha. And again, these are chats between a couple of people. And then response, ha ha ha. Partying's account is just 6.2k MMR. Can anyone borrow me an account? Hurry, hurry. Are there any account about 6k MMR? I'm going to absorb MMR. How about Route? Let me ask him. From what I've heard, Route is US-Chinese nationality. So I guess that he knows Chinese players very well. And I think he's living in US right now. So he says, let me ask him. Only Route have it. It is seemed that place some account standby and they will be useful in a crux moment. What's his QQ? Let me ask him. I forgot his QQ ID and his WeChat. Fudge it, it is necessary to remark. Again, these translations are not perfect, but you get the general idea. Again, says this may be from Sayan's QQ talking group, which I think is some kind of app once again. Allegedly. So basically what's happening is, again, a couple of them are discussing, and Sayan is like, oh, let me absorb their MMR. And what he means by that is, let me log into someone's account. It's similar MMR. I'm going to I'm going to queue up on the ladder. And basically, if I meet someone that's, you know, has a chance to take over my spot, I'm going to play serious. I'm going to beat them. But if I meet someone that is much, much lower, or maybe someone I can help, I'll just leave the game, and I'm going to keep doing that. Because he was in top 8-9 spot already, so he didn't need to play on his main account. And then at the end, when he did need to play on his account, he basically, you know, queued up, or someone queued up with his account and gave him a free win at 11:58 PM. So again, there's another screenshot from someone from China. It says Sayan's talking group has been dissolved, which I'm guessing like means like disbanded. And then at the end there, we have unapproving control looking there, and StarCraft 2 Esports, the official StarCraft Esports Twitter, they tweeted, "We're aware of and investigating a potential breach of conduct which may impact the final standing of the NA ladder race event, which concluded at 12 a.m. EST. And then a lot of people are saying justice for Astria and stuff like that. But I mean, that's the drama. It seems there's a lot of proof. A lot of fingers are being pointed towards Sayan because he was the player that got into top 8, but also some other Chinese players like Yishi, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, I apologize. He also seems to be in the top 8, and there's, again, 2 wins given to him as well. So there's a lot of suspicion going around. Blizzard is investigating, and again, Route guy got kicked off the team, so again, there's some proof there. Blizzard will probably get to the bottom of this. It's very easy. They can track through IP addresses. They can compare hotkeys. It's very, very easy. Hotkeys are not something you can easily change to StarCraft and play at a high level. So if, you know, Science hotkeys or someone from Asia server are matching the one on route suddenly being changed. Blizzard can see this and kind of see where the account is logged in from and who played on it. There's a lot of evidence, and my personal opinion is obviously there was some win trading going on. It is cheating. I know some people are gonna be like, well, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is the person that gets qualified not only gets some money, but doesn't need to do the ladder qualifiers and kicks another person from the place they've earned and they have deserved. So my personal opinion is they obviously did win trade. I don't know who exactly played on the account, but it is kind of obvious from all the evidence that Sayan was the one that benefited and the one that kind of tried to organize it. Route obviously helped him by giving him the account, because it was definitely not, you know, him playing, because again the MMR difference is too high. And my personal opinion that these players should be, I've said it yesterday on stream, I think they should be perma-banned. Why? Because I firmly believe that if someone cheats in a video game, they will cheat again. Because if you slap them on the wrist and you're like, okay, you can't play this WCS, I mean, they're going to be like, well, I can just try it again. You know, I've learned my mistakes. I know what I can do better to cheat out next time. So, you know, what's a month, right? So I think they should be either perma-banned, because cheaters do not deserve a spot in competitive gaming. Doesn't matter if they just did it once or they did it multiple times. But I would love to see at least a year ban, at least, for everyone that was involved in this. And I'm pretty sure Blizzard is going to get to the bottom of this and kind of figure out what's going to happen. Now, when I was playing as a pro player and when I was doing these ladder qualifiers on the EU server, I also know that a lot of players, and I know which players, but I had no proof. And at the end of the day, you know, when you're in that last day and you're trying to, you know, get that MMR to get into top 8 or top 16 or whatever it was back then, I can't remember. You don't really have time for drama or to take screenshots, but I know that even back then, people would be logging low MMR accounts and then snipe the streamers that were streaming the ladder race or just play in general. I remember one instance where I was you know, trying to get up the ladder and I was like 6.5k or something, and I ended up meeting a Zerg player that was like 5.8k, and the guy absolutely destroys me. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I leave the game and I lost like 60, 70 MMR, and I see the guy's 5.8k, but obviously it was not a 5.8k player. And I know instances of players just having second accounts, whether they're barcodes or taking other people's accounts and sniping people in order to screw their MMR, because their main account would already be in the qualifying range. But yeah, again, it's hard to prove any of that. And when I was playing, you know, you don't really have time to try to fight it, because you need to play more and more games. And once it's done, if you would try to say something, you know how people are, they would tell you you're whining, you don't have any proof, and you would just kind of get bad rep for saying so. So yeah, this happened. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear your guys' opinion about all of this. And Blizzard said they're investigating. We're probably going to know more about it soon. If I do, I will share it with everyone on the stream and on the YouTubes to see what the ending of this is. I'm recording on Tuesday, so I'm going to upload this video tomorrow. For you guys, it's going to be Wednesday, aka for you guys today. So if something comes out, I will also post about it. Now, one thing before I leave the video, on 16th I will be playing in the Twitch Rivals tournament, and then 17th, 18th, and 20th I will be playing WCS qualifiers with random. I'll be trying to qualify with random. I don't think we've had a random player qualify for WCS event yet, so I will be attempting to do that. That is Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So if you want to check that out, tune into my live stream right there. And that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Again, leave your comments below what you think about this situation. Do they deserve a ban? Do they deserve a perma ban? Do you think there's not enough evidence? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, that will be it from me. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. We gotta check this out. Boys, so you know the WCS NA win trading? This is the update. Okay, let's check it out together. This is like hot. This is like super hot. Let's check it out. WCS display ruling. I'm doing this live on stream, by the way. I think I'm gonna probably put this on the YouTubes as well. Blizzard Entertainment. The StarCraft World Championship Series WCS operates via official rule set, which were established to set expectations around the rules of tournament play and structure, player eligibility, points, prizes, sponsorship, and player conduct. All players accept these rules in order to participate in our tournaments and are expected to abide by them at all times. Bans coming in, boys. Bans are coming in. Warning. All administrative decisions related to tournaments governed by Blizzard official blah blah blah. Can you find here? Okay. WCS Winter, January 2019. Oh shit! Sayan, Yishi or Jishi, Route, and Nice have been disqualified from WCS Winter 2019 and banned from Blizzard Esports competition until May 31st, 2019. Now, I think this punishment should be longer. I've said this. I actually recorded the video today, but I'm going to release it tomorrow for you guys watching on Twitch. For you guys watching on YouTube, you're going to see these two things at the same time. I think this should be longer ban. I think this ban should at least be till like June, July. But hey, I like it. They got banned. So these were the players involved. And these were the players that were also mentioned in the Reddit threads. Alright, during the ladder race of WCS Winter America's, Route played several suspicious matches with Sayan, Yishi, and Nice. Upon review of these matches and accounts in question, it was found that several of the matches were intentionally lost by Route to the other players, to the other three players involved. Nice, Sayan, and Yishi were found to be colluding to intentionally trade wins with the Route account. Finally, it was discovered that both Sayan and Yishi were logging into the Route account during the competition. As part of this effort, this behavior is prohibited in our tournament under the rules of section 6.2.a. Specifically, players are prohibited from collusion, match fixing, or any other action to intentionally alter or attempt to alter any game, including losing a game or a match with another player in order to advance one or the other's rank, as well as allowing an individual who is not a registered owner of a Battleline account to play blah, 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 blah. Based on this disqualification, Max Astria, Angel, and Maru Masa Kim, and Eric Braga Bermelho will qualify for WCS Winter from the ladder rankings at the conclusion of the ladder race. Well, there you go. Now, the question is, when is the next WCS season going to start? If it starts in like April, that means they're banned for 2 WCSs. But there's no way it starts after May. That feels a little bit late. So they're probably banned for 2 WCSs. But hey, ban is a ban. I was hoping it's more. They're probably going to receive a lot of backlash from the community. But it is what it is. Justice has been served. Let me know what you guys think about this, by the way. I'd love to hear your opinion. And do you think they should be banned for longer? Or is this enough? Well, busted. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and make sure to check out one of my previous videos. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a very nice day, and I'll see you guys next time.